My name is Mari Stotts-Pratt, and I am a professional genealogist, and I love doing genealogy, family history research, whatever you want to call it, is one of my favorite things to do. So while some girls love hair and do hair videos, and some girls love makeup and like to do makeup YouTube videos, I'm a girl who loves family history, and I want to teach you how to be able to do family history the right way too. As I've talked to a lot of people about family history research and hiring researchers, I found that a lot of people really just want to learn how to do it themselves, but there's not a lot of great resources to do it, and so you end up getting really frustrated. And we don't want that, because genealogy research is fun, and it's supposed to be fun. So I am going to teach you how to make it fun. Before I became a genealogist, I was a recreation therapist, which is more fun than it even sounds. And one of the theories that we learned about is a theory called flow, and it's by Mahai Csikszentmihalyi. And there are 8 different components to flow. And this flow experience is just this mystical feeling that you have when you're really engaged in an activity that you love. So the first component is that you have a complete concentration on the task. So if you are really engaged in your family history research, you are going to be focused and concentrating on the research that you're doing and the problem that you're solving. So it's really important that you plan a time to do your family history or genealogy research when there are not a lot of distractions going on. So turn off the TV, put kids to bed, find a time where you're not going to be distracted so you can really get into the fun of the research process. The second aspect of flow is that you have a clarity of goals. And this is really important in doing family history research because you want to know exactly what you're trying to find. So this is your research objective. And it might be to fill in your 4-generation pedigree chart, or it might be to find your second great-grandma's maiden name. You have to have a research goal. You have to know what you're looking for. The third aspect of flow is the transformation of time. So there have been plenty of times that I've started my family history research and then looked at the clock and it's 3 hours later and I just can't believe where the time has gone. And I want this to happen for you too. And so when you are really engaged in an activity, time loses its meaning and it's an enjoyable process. The next aspect is that the experience is intrinsically rewarding. And in family history research, sometimes it has to be, because you might search for hours, you might search for years and never find the record that you're looking for or the exact answer to your research question. So it has to be meaningful to you, whether you find that record or the evidence that you're looking for. And the next aspect, the part that some people struggle with, is that in order to have flow, the activity has to feel effortless, or you have to be able to do it with ease. And as you gain more experience, this comes much more readily. So that's why I'm here to help you, is I want this to become more of an effortless process to know how to research your family history. The next aspect is that there is a balance between challenge and skills. So we want there to be this effortlessness and being able to know what you're doing, but you're still going to come across challenges that are going to test and try and enhance and build your skills as a researcher. And you'll notice this as you get into more complicated family history research problems. This often happens as you work farther back in time or in a country that you're not as familiar with. That's when your skills and your challenge will need to meet. And if you are facing a problem where you don't quite have the skills yet and the challenge is just too much, that's when we want to give up. So let's work on some of those skills so that we are feeling like we can meet the challenge ahead of us. The seventh aspect is that there is a losing of self-conscious rumination. So that's a lot of big words there, but your action and your awareness are merged, and you really just get into this process. It's kind of the embodiment of the flow experience, is that your whole person is involved in this process. And the last is that there is a feeling of control over the task. So we don't want you to feel out of control. We want you to know where to look and what you are hoping to find so that you can experience flow. And maybe you felt this in another activity like doing a sport or going on a hike or reading a really fascinating book. You can experience flow in almost any recreational activity that you love. And so I want you to love genealogy, and I want you to experience flow. And so let's learn some skills together.